I'll look over here. This is a more expanded view of the region, and what you see here is you see this. I focused on a region like this for the other diagram. You see very convoluted and wavy jet streams. This is what's happening at the surface. Okay, so at the surface there are some lows here, there's some motion which is actually pushing the ice. You know, right now the maximum outflow is this region. This is open water here, so the ice up here will be pushed out, and you can see you know, the winds are you can see the winds varying in different regions. So they're actually surface winds 56 kilometers an hour. What else is going on in this region? This is showing the this is the mean surface pressure. So what we're getting here is this is a low pressure area. The blue areas are low pressure, so about 1,000 hexapascal, 996, 1,007. These are the low pressure areas here, and then the outside is the higher pressure areas. So that flow that we saw that was strong here is because we have a high pressure area here, we have a low pressure area here, so the air wants to move from high to low pressure. The Coriolis force drives it this way. So we're seeing, so these coincide with the with what we were looking at before, and over here what we're looking at now in this image is the sea surface temperature. Okay, so what you can see is the water temperature at the surface is 7 degrees C here. Over in here there'll be no reading because it's ice. Over here, you know, it's about that 7 degrees Celsius. You know, over here, you know, it's very warm. You know, if you look up here, then you can see, you know, it's still warm. So this is above zero, the temperatures here. So you can see the very warm oceans here, and so on. So so the oceans are warm, surrounding the whole basin. This next image here, if I can click on the right thing, this image shows the cloud cover in the Arctic basin. So this is actually so there's not clouds here. Okay, so it's showing 0 kilograms per square meter of water vapor. Now if I click on the cloud regions, then it's showing that you know, these regions have more water vapor than, you know, the wispier clouds have less. But there's not a lot of cloud cover over here, so this is good conditions for a lot of melting. So you can see the clouds there with the water vapor. This is now showing, this is another view of, this is the temperature anomaly, sea surface temperature anomaly. So this is 3.4 degrees Celsius warmer than normal. If you go into these areas in the Pacific off California, 3.3 degrees warmer than normal. A lot of that is responsible for the drought that we're getting over California. You know, even up in here, you know, the water is below zero. This doesn't show any temperature because it's ice. So you can see the temperatures, the sea surface temperatures throughout the basin. And then up here, this is showing the ocean currents surrounding the Arctic basin. So this is the Gulf Stream, about 1 meter per second motion. You can see what happens. I don't know why it's not moving. There we go. So very little motion. So you can click here, for example, and it shows that the motion, it's slow, but it's 270 degrees. This is 0, so 270 is that way. So the water's flowing out of the Bering Strait, and over here the water's flowing at 90 degrees, so it's flowing this direction. Actually, it says 0 there, so there's not much motion. So you can see, you know, just from here, which way, which direction, and which speed the ocean currents are having. And what do we have over here? We've got a lot of motion up here as well. So basically, this is has been a summary of you know, what's happening with the ice. What's important is the volume. And the forecasted temperature, you know, over the next week or two, it's going to get very warm in the Arctic. So there's going to be lots of melt. And you know, how much ice is left at the end of this summer, it depends on, really a big factor is how much ice is exported. We know it's very thin. It's spreading out large extent, but how much is being exported through the Bering Strait?